Hello everyone, hope you're all well. I'm here today to film a more chatty video today. I haven't done one of these in what feels like forever, and I haven't seen one of these going around, but I do remember very fondly there being a 25 questions tag, and I thought because I am 25 today when I put this video up, I just can't get over it really. Like when I kind of think back to, I started this channel like when I was 17, that just is mind-boggling. That idea is just crazy. So I kind of wanted to commemorate the fact that I'm 25 today, and I'm just gonna do a 25 random questions tag, and I probably have done this before in the past. My questions might be the same, they might be different, but I just thought it would be a little bit fun. I really like my outfit, so I thought why not kill two birds with one stone. So I have gone for like an orangey smoky eye, which you guys know is like one of my faves. In case any of you guys ask, I'm wearing the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette on my eyes, the mini one, Ardell Wispy lashes, which I always wear. My lips, I have no idea what they are, but I really like the color. And my jumpsuit is from Zara. You guys know I'm into the pajama style. But I want to say thank you so much to all of you, and I don't want to get emotional in this video because I've had, you guys know, and I've said this, it's been quite an emotional like year or so for me recently, and I just want to say thank you for always being a happy, again I'm going to get emotional. Okay, Barb, stop. A happy constant in my life. That's what you guys are for me. You're a happy constant, and without you guys, I honestly don't know what I would be doing or where I would be. So let's get on to, before I start crying, the 25 questions tag. So I feel like I've definitely answered this before. I might even like find it. First question is, what is your middle name? I don't actually have a middle name. I don't know if in Italy it's a thing, it might be, but my parents never gave me a middle name. And I don't know if anyone knows this, but my surname is Rossi, like the racing car driver. So I know lots of people like on YouTube, you either do know their surnames or you don't, but my name is Barbara Rossi, and that's my name. That's my full name. What was my favorite subject in high school? I'm trying to think of what I would have answered this, like if I had filmed this before. Probably my favorite subjects would have been like the sciences, or I really in high school, which would be like secondary school for us, I really used to love religious education, which is RE, we call it RE. And funnily enough, the other day, not the other day, but maybe a couple of months ago, I was working near a shopping center. That's where my store was located. So, you know, I trotted off to the shopping center because obviously on my lunch breaks, when I get lunch break, I get bored. So I went off to look for some food, and I was walking, I saw someone walking in front of me, and I was like, I know that person. And it turned out to be my RE teacher, and I honestly, guys, I nearly burst into tears because she was such a lovely woman. And like I said to her, I was like, hi, I'm sorry, can I just bother you? And she was like, yeah. And she looked at me like, what? And I was like, you used to teach me. My description of myself was, you know, the really studious one with the big glasses. And then she was like, hold on a minute. And then she was like, oh, you're Barbara, we went to Italy on the school trip together. And I was like, yeah. And then I got all sentimental, and you know, she was asking me, what do you do? And I was like, I'm a pharmacist now. And it was really nice. I really did used to like history, which is weird because like I went and did sciences, and I kind of do really regret not taking history because I used to love it. My sister is actually studying history at university, so maybe we had that in common. But I think I got an A star in GCSE history. Yeah, I think I did. I was really good at it, but I don't know, I just kind of ended up doing chemistry and biology and all that in the end. What is my favorite drink? A drink, I don't know if that means like alcoholic drink, so I'm gonna give like a few options. So alcoholic drink, I love a Bloody Mary. Bloody Marys are my thing. If I'm going out just to enjoy a drink, I love ordering a Bloody Mary. If not, I'll go for the kind of cocktails, but I'm not a big cocktails fan, to be honest. If I go out, like out, my drink of preference is wine, which is probably why I don't love to drink wine with my food and stuff, because it just kind of gives me an icky taste in my mouth, probably remembering the awful nights out I've been on. And my favorite drink, like soft drink to drink, is this is definitely not something I would have answered back in the day. I have developed a really bad fondness for Coke, as in like Coca-Cola. And I don't know where it started. I can't recall where it started from, but it's not even Diet Coke or Zero, it's like Coke, like full fat Coke. I will like buy cans and keep them in my fridge, but I have to like physically stop myself from drinking them because I went through a really bad habit at one stage at work when work was crazy. One of the stores that I work at regularly, there's a McDonald's like 2 yards away from it, and I used to go, honestly guys, hit me, and order a full fat large Coke in the mornings. Like, how disgusting is that? And because I don't drink caffeine, like I don't drink coffee because it gives me stomachache. It was like my caffeine hype of the day, but we've stopped that habit. That's, I think, another reason why I think I put on weight for a while. So yeah, we've stopped that habit, but I do still love a Coke. Oh, honestly, it's so disgusting. Let me know down below as well. I really can taste the difference between Coke Zero, Coke, Diet Coke. I can taste the difference. I can't stop it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. What is my favorite song at the moment? I feel like I'm not even answering these questions like directly. I'm giving you guys like 3 answers, but at the moment I love, because basically I have an older car. One of those things that I've never really treated myself to is a car, like a nice car, because I don't know, I've got a strict mum as well. I've talked about this in the past, but my mum's always like, save your money on other things. Like, why do you need to go and buy like a fancy car? So I have quite an old, I'd say my car is like a good 12 years old car. So it doesn't have like a USB. So I still have to play CDs in my car. I could easily get like the what's-a-majig radio like system taken out of it and like buy a new one, but I just have never got round to it. I know it's really lazy, and I kind of like nostalgically like having CDs. So I have a real good CD collection in my car, guys. If any of you guys ever want a CD collection video in my car, then I could do a video, but I probably never will. But at the moment, I love listening to, I love Dua Lipa, and so many of you guys tell me I look like Dua Lipa, except she's got bomb ass lips. Like, if I ever get lips like her ever in my life, I'll be so happy. And I also love Camila Cabello. I wish I had Camila Cabello's hair. Her fringe, like that whole cut, is just like my thing. I just don't think I'd suit it. So my 2 badass chicks that I listen to at the moment are Camila Cabello, and I really like that she's with Matthew, that relationship guru guy as well, and Dua Lipa. I love, obviously, like the song, what's the Dua Lipa song? I just can't remember the name of it. The one that's really famous about not getting back together with your exes. That's my song. And Camila Cabello, I love all her songs. Like, there's one called Consequences, I think, that I love. Basically, I love those 2. I really do like pop music, even though I still love like my old school like R&Bs and stuff. Those are my faves at the moment. What would you, or have you named your children? I don't know if I want to like disclose my children's names, to be honest, but obviously like I don't know what I would call them because I don't have any. But I do like quite short names. I really like traditional names, but I like quirky names too. So if any of you guys watch Mel from Mel Sildera, I love the name Luca. Mel, you chose an amazing name, because that used to be one of my names I used to want to name my child. I love the name Dimitri. I think I probably have said this before. Yeah, there's I'm gonna pull out some like names there, but I'm not gonna go too much into it. But I do like, also I really love like names that are for a boy and a girl. So I like you know, multi-gender names. So like, for example, the name Jordan, or you know, there's names like that where you can kind of name a girl or a boy. And I don't know, I need to obviously come up with some, but I do like that a lot. Have you participated in any sports? We can skip this question because Barbs hates sports. What is my favorite book? My favorite all-time book ever, like ever, if any of you guys have read it, let me know down below, is I read this book when I was in high school, probably, yeah, I want to say high school, and it's a book called Exodus, and it's by Julie Britannia. That's the author's name, and I think that's the first book. I think the first one is Exodus, and then I think the next one is Zenith or something, but it's kind of like particular names. And it's basically a book about, this is really like so depressing, but like the world ending and how we have adapted to like life after the world kind of like collapsing on itself. And yeah, it's the journey of a girl, and there's like romance, and it's just such a really good book. It's a very young adult kind of book, but it will still forever be one of my favorites. I also love Philippa Gregory as an author. I love like The Other Boleyn Girl. That's one of my all-time favorites. Really don't read as much anymore, which makes me really sad. I've bought a couple of books recently and I still haven't read them. So I do really need to get back into reading, because it used to make me so happy. What is my favorite color? Probably my favorite color used to be orange. I really like these colors, like muted. So this looks kind of like a muted pinky, magenta-y, reddy color. Burnt oranges, khaki, colors like that. What is my favorite animal? You guys, I have become a guinea pig fanatic. Any of you guys who like have watched me for years and years and years will probably know that I have had guinea pigs, or my family has. They have never been mine, but my sister has had guinea pigs, and we used to have 2 that we adopted. I think we got them off like God knows where, like I don't even know if it was like eBay or something, and they were like 2 little friends. Then one of them passed away, so then we had one of them still left, and then he was lonely because obviously they do like to be together. They like to be in couples, even though they were 2 boys, but they like to be in 2s. And so then we bought another one, or we adopted, because he was like in the unwanted pets at home section, where they're like, oh, you know, there's something wrong with them, or you know, the family didn't want them or whatever, and we adopted him, and his name's Pedro. And then Oliver and Pedro lived together for a while, and then my little Oliver died and he passed away, unfortunately. He lived such a nice long life, but they don't live long. So all we have left now is Pedro, and Pedro is doing amazing. He is the little light of my life and like all my family's lives. We basically send each other videos of him eating food, sleeping, like yawning. Like we are literally, if anyone like follows guinea pig accounts on Instagram, we basically have our own WhatsApp like guinea pig account of us sending each other like videos of him like on our laps or whatever. But I will show you guys a little picture of my baby, and we call him Baby Bear. I have a lot of nicknames for him, that's not the only one. But he is the little light of my life, and he is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And yeah, so I would have to say, and there's my little boy. Look at him on his little bed. He is too big for the bed. That's not his only bed, but we just got it for him. My sister got it for him just for like jokes. But yeah, so I would have to say my favorite animal is a guinea pig, and do not underestimate them, guys. They are some clever little animals and I love them to death. And he's just the little light of my life. So I'm gonna say guinea pig. What is my favorite perfume? Oh my God, you guys, I'm so happy this question came up. Basically, I love perfume, but recently I have completely gone off perfume. I rarely ever wear it anymore, and I just wear like deodorant and I just kind of be done with it. Whereas before, like I never used to leave the house without wearing perfume. And in recent years, my favorite perfume, like designer or brand, is Tom Ford. I absolutely love Tom Ford fragrances, but especially the more like premium line, you know, the one where you can only really buy it in certain places and it is way more expensive. I think the average price is like £150 for a fragrance. Like that's insane. But honestly, guys, they have so many, they smell incredible. And because it was my birthday, I treated myself. I was actually gonna be really naughty and I totally like stopped myself. There's a bag that I really want, but I was like, no, Barbs, you want to buy stuff for the flat, you don't need like another handbag, you've got so many handbags, you're saving for other things. So I talked myself out of it, but I was like, no, it's my 25th birthday, I'm going to treat myself to perfume. I haven't bought perfume in a while, so I have recently just bought myself Tom Ford, and it's called Santal Blush, I think. And guys, it smells gorgeous. So now I feel like I've got my three Tom Ford fragrances that are like my summer, my winter, and then my spring, autumny kind of ones. And my summer one is Mandarino di Amalfi. My winter or nighttime one is Tobacco Vanille, I think that's what it's called. And then I bought Santal Blush to wear like now. And I haven't even allowed myself to open it because I want to open it, my birthday's tomorrow. I want to open it tomorrow like as a little gift to myself. So yeah, basically I love Tom Ford fragrances. And I also love Molecule 01 by Eccentric Molecules. And I always like layer any perfumes with those. I also really love Bday fragrances. What is my favorite holiday? My favorite holiday ever, I don't know, like I've got good memories of like childhood holidays, but I know lots of you guys are gonna be like, why are you saying this? But like probably my holiday with my ex-boyfriend when I went to Switzerland was one of my favorite holidays because it was just really nice. So yeah, that was probably one of my favorite holidays. Like I'm not ashamed to say that or anything because it genuinely was a good holiday. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate your childhood. Oh God, that's a deep question. Oh God, I don't know. I'd probably rate my childhood like a strong 7. If you guys watched my update video a little while ago, you probably heard me talking about how, you know, I struggled and like I had to grow up pretty quickly, but I have had the opportunity to live in 2 countries. Like I lived in Italy until I was 7, I moved here. So, you know, I've had quite a colourful childhood to say the least, but I had a pretty good childhood. Like I can't really complain, but yeah, I'd give it a good strong 7 because minusing the points of like how hard I had, you know, to grow up, and also, you know, my situation with friendships and all that kind of stuff probably lowered the points a little bit. Have you been out of the country? Funnily enough, I'm going to Italy next week. I'm going Wednesday to Friday, literally just a little short trip to go see my grandma finally, because we've settled a few things and I just found really good flights and stuff. I'm really excited. Like I said, it's only literally 2 nights and 3 days, so it's hardly anything, but if I can go every now and again on like little short trips, then I'm gonna go. So yeah, I'm going back to Terni, which is where I was born. Do I speak any different languages? You guys know this. I speak Italian and Iranian, and obviously I speak English. Do I have any siblings? Yes, I have a little sister who is 3 years younger than me, which must mean she is gonna be 22 this year, I think. Yeah. What is my favorite store? I'm guessing that means like shopping store. Should we just skip this question, or do you guys just want to answer what the favorite store is down below? How about this, we play a game. You guys can answer my favorite store down below and we'll see which one my favorite store is. So come on, get commenting now. I want to know, I'm not going to answer it. So yeah, that's my favorite store. What's my favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant, it depends on what I'm in the mood for. Like, I love Thai food. Thai food is probably some of my favorite. So in terms of chain restaurant in the UK, I love Bisabara Thai. Oh my God, their like squid stuff is just my favorite thing ever. I love pizza, but I kind of like more independent places. I don't really like going to, if I'm gonna have pizza, I don't love a chain restaurant, to be honest. I can't really think of anything right now, but it depends on my mood, 100%. I love the fact that also like lots of restaurants recently in the UK have started doing like dairy-free menus and stuff like that. So if I do want to order a dairy-free pizza, I normally go to Zizzi's. So yeah, it just kind of depends on my mood. But I don't think I've got like one crazy favorite restaurant where I'm like, I have to go there. Did I like school? I liked school to a certain extent. I don't know if I would go back because it's a lot of hard work, but generally I liked school. I just had a lot of like friendship issues and stuff like that, which is quite sad, but you guys told me you want a friendship video and I will do that. But overall, I did enjoy school. I had really, really good teachers. Like, I loved my school. I went to an all-girls school and I loved all my teachers and everything, so I was really lucky in that respect. But yeah, I guess I did like school. I don't know if I'd go back, like I said, but I liked it. Who are some of my favorite YouTubers? I feel like I'm gonna do a whole separate video on this, so hold out. I do talk about YouTubers a lot in my videos anyway, so hold out for that video because I feel like we all need to share the love a little bit more, so I'm gonna be filming one of those soon. What is my favorite movie? Oh gosh, do not ask me this question. I'm not a huge movie person. Like, I don't watch loads and loads of movies. I'm more of a like series or, you know, like I'm not a big like sit down and watch a movie or go, I hate going to the cinema. I probably haven't been to the cinema, oh my God. Yeah, since like 3 years, maybe 4 years, like that's crazy. So I haven't been to the cinema in ages. It's just not my favorite thing to do. So yeah, I like watching movies more at home, like chilling on the sofa as opposed to like sitting uncomfortably like this in a cinema. I love all the classics like Mean Girls, Breakfast at Tiffany's. I can't believe I'm putting those two in the same like sentence, but you know, like I like chick flicks as well. Like I love all the Hilary Duff movies. I like all the old school like movies that I would have watched when I was like 15 or 16 or even younger. So I do like a good chick flick, like Wild Child, you know, like stuff like that. And my favorite thing to watch of all time is like Disney films or like cartoons. I could literally watch a cartoon, like sometimes on Netflix, I'll just go through and watch like, I don't know, what have I watched recently? I think it was like The Prince of Egypt. I've watched so many movies on Netflix and so many of my recommendations on Netflix are like kids movies. It's so embarrassing, but yeah, I do like kids movies. I can't help it. It's just the child in me. What are some of my favorite TV shows? This is a good one. I love, you guys know I've told you guys about this, but the Hey You app, and it's an app where you can watch like American TV shows. So I love all the Housewives. Like I could literally watch Housewives, like Real Housewives of Cheshire, Real Housewives of New York, Miami, Beverly Hills is probably one of my favorites. I love Vanderpump Rules, which I've just recently got into, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You guys are probably getting the general idea of what I like. What was on recently that I loved so much? I can't think right now, but there's so many like that. But at the moment on Netflix, I'm watching Reign, which is like I love historical like dramas and stuff like that. I've also been watching Save Me on Sky Atlantic. I love Teen Mum. What else do I love? I love like trash TV basically. Oh my God, did anyone watch Married at First Sight? I literally cried like every time I watched that series. It was a series on Channel 4 about literally what it says, like marrying at first sight, based upon science, and I got really emotional during that. So yeah, I like just basically trash TV. PC or Mac? Does anyone really have a PC anymore? I'm sure you do actually, but I'm a Mac girl. Also, the reason that I love Mac is that you don't have to deal with viruses. Like it's just so much simpler. What phone do I have? I have an iPhone 8 Plus with my skinny dip phone case, which you guys know I love, which I'll link below. So yeah, that's my phone. And how tall am I? I'm 5'6", and we said, do I have any pets? This is the last question. Yes, my little baby Pedro. So that is the 25 questions tag on my birthday, when you guys will be watching this. I am constantly stumped on what to film. It's becoming a real struggle, but I'm trying to be a bit more creative, kind of, and I'm so happy so many of you guys enjoyed my spring outfits like video. I don't know why, I found it really hard to get inspired to do lookbooks recently, but I was so glad that you guys enjoyed it, so thank you for the feedback. I will see you guys all very soon. I am sure lots of you guys are going to give me birthday messages, so like I said, I don't normally bring up my birthdays, like I haven't done for a little while, but look, I was 25, like it was just like such a good thing to do. 25 questions, 25, it just kind of worked. So I will see you guys all very soon in my next video. Take care.